We are glad that you're tuning on DJTV. This is Career Talk. It is another yet Saturday, and we are talking about careers. Thank you so much for joining us. You can follow us on our social media platform, DJTV on Facebook, DJTV on Twitter, and DJTV on YouTube. Remember, you can also send us an SMS on 0791 105. Today, we are having a very interesting conversation with a very interesting guest, of course, Mr. Cyrus, who is here to talk to us concerning careers, our post-secondary teaching career. And this is a career that has been attracting many people in the industry. And Cyrus will tell us what it takes for you to join. Remember, you can keep this conversation on our social media platform. If you have any question, you can send it to me and we will be able to actually discuss it widely. You have anything that you want to discuss, our SMS line is open. Our social media platform too is open. My name is Joseph Okiu, as I said earlier. Thank you, Mr. Cyrus, for joining us. Karibu sana. Mr. Cyrus, tell us first, who is Cyrus and what you do?
Okay, thank you so much, Joseph, for having me here today. As you said, my name is Cyrus Kipkeming. I'm a journalist by profession. I trained as a journalist, and also I'm a trainer, training at Uzuri Institute, journalism department. And my main role as a trainer is to mentor the young people into the journalism industry.
So anyone who has passion, who has a dream of becoming a journalist like me and like you and like others, you're able to guide them and give them what it takes to be a journalist?
Sure. Both the soft skills and the technical skills that are required of any journalist out there, that is what we do. That is what I do each and every day.
Now, how do you explain this career to someone who is new?
The training profession is basically a career that requires, first of all, a background in a particular course. For example, as I said, I have a background in journalism and mass communication. So you need that background. And now you also have, in Kenya, you're supposed to go to KTTC to go and now pursue a training in education, because you will be teaching people. If it was for secondary education, then you would go to a university and partake a course in education. But for this, because you're going to train professionals in a particular specific industry, for my case, journalism, then I'll have to go for a one-year course at the KTTC in Kigiri, and after that, I'll be registered with the Technical and Vocational Education Training Authority, TVETA.
Okay.
That is now the authority that will license me or will license a trainer to go and teach in a post-secondary school institution. And that is actually different from universities, because for universities, it requires that you have a master's or doctorate degree for you to go and teach in a university. For colleges, you'll have to pass through KTTC, and there you'll be equipped with the education skills or the skills that are required of a trainer who will teach in the TVET institution and the colleges. And something that also the viewer has to understand is that if you have a diploma, then you are allowed to teach the certificate students. Having passed through KTTC, you will be able to teach those who are pursuing certificate course. Then if you are someone who has a degree, for example, in journalism, then you can teach a diploma student as well as a certificate student. So you have to teach someone who is a step lower than where you are. If I am to teach someone who is pursuing a degree, then I must have a master's. If I am to teach someone who is pursuing a certificate, then I should be having a diploma. Yeah.
Okay, it goes like that. Now, when it comes to this career path that we are talking about, the post-secondary teaching, probably training or becoming a tutor, you know, you're dealing with different types of people. Those guys who probably they performed well or probably they didn't perform well. Now, what are the soft skills? Let us talk about skills that one has to have for you to qualify to do what you do, the soft skills and probably the hard skills. Let's start with the soft skills. What are those soft skills that are probably, if I am interested in teaching, I should have?
First of all, you need to have a passion for teaching. If you have passion for teaching, then more likely that person is going there just to look for money. Because I've seen that many people are having or pursuing teaching or training in the colleges just because they've missed an opportunity. They do not have an opportunity to go and practice whatever they wanted to go and practice. For example, if it is electrical engineering, if it is journalism, then maybe that person missed an opportunity or didn't get an opportunity to go and practice the journalism. Thus, he decides or she decides that I want to go and teach in a particular college. No, you should be passionate about impacting a life. You should be passionate about equipping these skills to the young people, the young professionals. Then also communication skills is very essential. Because you are passing some knowledge, you're communicating some information. Also the technical skills, you're communicating these technical skills to the trainers. And if they can't get what you're trying to explain,
It is
then
hard.
you're going to fail. Yeah.
But
then
both
also
of
teamwork.
you are going to fail. You and the trainer, of course, you're going to fail.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, teamwork is very essential because in training, it is about teamwork because we have exams in technical institutions with different departments. And all these departments are working together to ensure that the institution is running. So basically, without teamwork, you're not going to succeed also. You require to work with the examination office. You are supposed to work with the maybe the human resource. You're supposed to work with the accounts and also the other academic departments. We have the career offices. We have the students support departments. All this. As a trainer, you should be someone who is able to work with all these individuals. At the same time, I'm very sure that you can't teach in a department alone. You have members of a department, and you can't work together with your departmental members. Then also, there will be differences and the students are not going to get the best, are not going to get what is expected of them at the end of the course.
Those are the soft skills that an individual should have when you're trying to choose or trying to take this as a career path. What of the hard skills? Probably those hard skills that one should have.
For the technical skills, I remember when I went for my first interview. My first interview wasn't all about the CV, about the academic documents. First of all, I was taken to a radio studio and I was told to operate the equipment in that radio studio. I was given a camera to operate the camera. I was given a computer to edit some of the footages that had been uploaded into that computer. So basically, you must have all the technical skills required of you in that particular course. If you are in the journalism profession, you are teaching journalists, then you must be sure that you can operate the cameras, you can do everything that can be done in the journalism profession. Then also, if you are in electrical engineering, for example, then you will be showing the students how to connect the wires, how to do the wiring. Then if you don't possess the technical skills of wiring, then you will fail as a trainer. If it is cooking, then you must show them that you cook this way. And then they now follow what you're showing them. So the hard skills in a particular profession are very essential.
We have this, sorry to cut you, we have this issue of quacks in the media department, and this has been played out by the trainee who are being trained, and also those guys who are training, the teachers and the trainer, the tutors, are being literally blamed on giving out people who are uncooked.
I can say that they are quacks in the profession. Let me differ with you because they aren't quacks. They are simply half-baked journalists or half-baked graduates in a particular field. And these people are normally out there half-baked because most institutions are struggling very much to get more students, use the shortest time possible to graduate the student and go out there. When the student goes or the graduate goes out there for an interview, that person can't even handle the camera. That person can't edit. That person is meeting a mixer for the first time. And the main reason for that, especially in the media profession, is that the equipments are normally very expensive. To install a studio, I'm very sure you understand that it's very costly. And most institutions go for shortcut. They just teach the theory part because most examination bodies examine the theory part. They leave out the practical. So someone will understand that this is a mixer. There is a mixer, but haven't seen a mixer before. This is maybe this should be done this way, but he hasn't done it practically. So the main problem comes with the practical aspect, that most institutions deal with the theory, they equip their students with the theory work, and they forego the practicals. They do not want to spend money purchasing the right equipment to train these students. So as a trainer, you must ensure that when you are graduating a student, that person is actually of industry standard.
Okay.
And what we do at Uzuri is that normally the student must, first of all, do some projects, different projects, from the print media to broadcast media, and also the online platforms. They must showcase what they've done and maintain a portfolio, so that during their final assessment, you are able to gauge that this student is ready to go to the industry because he can do this and this and this and this. But if the student fails in the final assessment, then that student will have to actually remain in this institution, do thorough practical, and when he or she is leaving the institution, then he's very ready now to go to the market, to go and practice whatever he or she has studied.
Okay.
But as I said, for many institutions, they want shortcut, and many also young people, they want a shortcut. They want just that paper. And an advice to the young people, the papers are not very essential like the skills that you're going to acquire. The skills are very essential because those are the things that the industry is looking for.
Okay.
If it is media, if it is electrical, civil engineering, construction, cosmetology, or hospitality, the skills are very, very important.
The skills are very, very important, of course. That is what you have said. You talked about team playing when it comes to this career path. And management, of course, that two things goes hand in hand. And how does that play about in the career that you are pursuing or someone is pursuing in teaching?
Management skills, I beg your pardon?
What I'm asking is the issue of team playing and management. How does that play about when someone is trying to choose the career path in teaching as a profession?
Of course, as I said, that in the training profession or in post-secondary training, the training is actually engaged in different departments. The institutions have different departments. And also all these departments are headed by a particular individual who has some responsibilities. Let's say, for example, you are a trainer in the journalism department. Then first of all, you must manage your class. So the management skills are required for you to manage the class, for you also to keep records and also prepare a plan. Remember that management is coordinating of the human and also the physical resources to ensure that there is effective running of the department or the organization, as well as you meet your goals. So you need to plan, first of all, what am I going to teach next week? What am I going to teach tomorrow? You will not just go to a class and start saying that I'm going to teach today audio production, I'm going to handle this and this and this. You plan, you prepare. First of all, by the way, let me just take you through what we normally do as trainers.
Right.
We normally prepare the schemes of work. That is, you prepare the schemes of work based on a syllabus, that has been provided by an examination body. We have different examination bodies, including NEC, we have ICM, JPUK, ABMA, among others. So you prepare a scheme of work based on the syllabus. Then after preparing the schemes of work, then you prepare a lesson plan. A lesson plan is prepared on a daily basis. If I'm going to class today, then I prepare a lesson plan before going to that particular class. That lesson plan will guide me on what I'm going to teach for that day.
Okay.
After teaching, then I must also keep the records of what I taught that particular day. So I go and fill a records of work.
Okay.
So at the end of the month, I will have filled what I covered for that particular month. At the end of the term, I've already recorded what I covered for the period, for the month. And the records of work should reflect what was there in the schemes of work. If it doesn't have everything that was there in the schemes of work, then it means that there is some content that I skipped as a trainer.
Okay.
So you must be able to plan yourself very well, as well as keep the records. You must set some objectives for the class.
Okay.
That is still management. Set the objectives and evaluate yourself. Did I actually meet
The target.
the target, the objectives,
All right.
and the goals? Now, there is also an academic department. In TVET institutions, it is headed by a registrar.
Okay.
So, as a trainer, you must work hand in hand with the registrar who is going to evaluate you at the end of the day and check whether you're actually disseminating the content that is supposed to be disseminated. Okay. There is also the exams department. The exams department will liaise with the external examination bodies and also the internal examination bodies in evaluation of their students. And if they find out that your students are failing, then you'll be in all trouble. You'll be in trouble as a trainer. So you are, as a trainer, you're supposed to work as a team to ensure that you're in good terms and also all the departments are running well.
All the departments are running well. This is DGTV. We are talking about a post-secondary training with Mr. Cyrus, who is a trainer at Uzuri Institute, and he's telling us what it takes and what it doesn't take actually to be a trainer. This is Career Talk. We are actually taking a short commercial break, then come back discuss. We have a lot of issues to discuss with Mr. Cyrus. Keep tuning. This is DGTV.